Hi, and welcome to Peri Lyons, New York City celebrity psychic. As you can see, I've moved into a small palace outside of Paris. I think it's called Versailles, and it's a big place, so they won't find me for at least a year. And when they do find me, my French is so bad that they will take pity on me and let me be Queen of France. So I remember a couple of years ago at the Cannes Film Festival, I was trying to make conversation in French. And I believe I told a very attractive and famous woman that I loved her because she was an eggplant. But she looked, puzzled. But we eventually came to blows. Became friends. Anyway, hi, and welcome to New York City Celebrity Psychic. I'm really glad you all are here today. And so Friday is the solstice and the new moon. And those together, it's a really powerful time for setting intentions and making wishes. So, and what's the difference, you ask? Well, wishes are things that we wish for because we don't know if we'll get them. And, it's kind of like, oh, I'll wish upon a star. Oh, that turned out to be a satellite. But intentions are stronger. Intentions are things that we really, our heart wants us to do, thump, 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 and our liver and our pancreas. And so Friday around sunset, in this new moon, it's a good time to take a couple of deep breaths. And you can gaze at a candle flame. Sometimes that really helps you focus. And something I like to do is sort of do a prayer. It's not a spell, but it's kind of a prayer. And I say, there is one power, whatever you want to call it. And that power is, and I am a perfect manifestation of that power. So I, Peri Lyons, hereby call into my life. You can use your own name when you do this prayer, by the way. And then you state what you want. So I hereby call into my life perfect happiness and fulfillment, specifically in the form of a great PR person, in a perfect exchange of services for the highest good of all, here and now, according to the free will of all, and so it must be. Amen. So if you go back on YouTube and watch this video again, I'll have put up the words to how to do this. It's called a prayer of power. And we have a lovely young lady waiting for us. Darling, do you mind if I just do my tarot weather of the week? Take about 2.5 minutes. Can you wait for a sec?
Yeah.
Oh, great. And hi. Meanwhile, think of what you want to ask. Take a deep breath. Concentrate. Okay, we're going to do the tarot weather of the week, which I'm randomly going to draw random cards to sort of talk about what I'm going to draw 3 cards to talk about what the kind of psychic weather is this week, what's in store for all of us. Well, that's nice. So the first card, one of my favorite cards to get from myself or a client, is the Ace of Pentacles. I don't know why I'm holding it over here. I've been doing this for years, and I can never get it right. Hi, Dave. I'm sorry. The palace is kind of, I'm still a little lost in this palace. The Ace of Pentacles is a wonderful card. As you can see, it's a hand coming out of a cloud holding a coin. And this usually means, as aces do, aces are good in tarot and poker, it means that there's a cycle beginning of new prosperity, of new happiness, kind of on the earthly plane. So this is about, you might be redecorating, you might be starting a new job, you might be getting a promotion because you looked so good in those Zoom meetings. It might be any one of those, but it is the beginning of a new cycle of prosperity and luck. I mean, I hate to use such a cliched word, but sometimes you got to call them as you see them. Our next card is good news for all the sort of creative types out there. And a shout out to my friend Cassandra Jenkins, who just signed a record contract. Not that there are still records, but you know what I mean. So this card is you can see it's why am I doing this? Sorry. It's completely professional. The Three of Pentacles is when an artistic person often, or a freelancer, or one of us creative types out there, is taking his, her, or others' wares to a corporation or somebody who can give them financial security, like an artist who signs a record contract. It's the artist is showing, if you look at this card, you'll see the artist is showing off his beautiful stonemasonry to the people who own the cathedral, who are dressed really strangely. If I owned a cathedral, I don't think I'd dress like that, but I don't. So just a castle. And this means somebody taking their work or their creation to a corporation or someplace that will give them long-term financial security. It is a great card. And thank you for being so patient, darling. And the last card makes a lot of sense because why am I doing this? Sorry. It's a card of somebody who's stuck between two different realities. Not stuck, but I think it's all of us getting adjusted, just as we've sort of gotten used to staying home and staring at the cat. I think things are going to be opening up a lot soon, and we're going to be easing our way into the juggling of this new reality that we found at home, and the new reality that's very good, that's us coming up in the future. So just if you can meditate, pray, just breathe deeply, learn to throw cards. It's very relaxing. It's going to be a fairly easy segue. I've always wanted to use that word. So that's the psychic weather for the week. I hope that works for you. It's true. So anyway, I think it's Anna. Hi, dear. Thanks for being so patient.
Yes.
Hi. And where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Dinuba, California.
Oh, cool. How's California?
It's pretty hot right now.
Well, so's Annapolis, where I'm right now. Anyway, I'm so glad you called. I like to connect with people by asking what their birthdays are. And you don't have to tell me the date. Don't ask, don't tell. But I would love to know what your birthday is, and then I'd love to know what your question is.
Okay.
So when's your birthday?
You want to know my birthday, right?
Yeah, please, thanks.
Okay. My birthday is May 4th, 1990.
Oh, cool. Oh, we love Tauruses. Sorry, I'll turn this there. There we go.
And then my question was just, I've been feeling like if I've been studying a spiritual awakening, and I just want to know if I'm on the right path to it, or if I'm not even studying my spiritual awakening.
You got a little muffled there for a second. So did you want to know did you say you wanted to know if you were under spiritual attack, or how to connect better with your higher power?
Yes. How to connect with my higher power.
Cool. Is there any, you don't have to tell me, is there any particular religion that you feel drawn to? Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, Christianity, Zoroastrianism?
Right now, no. I don't have an actual, I was raised up a Catholic, but I don't attend any church right now.
Okay. Well, I feel that you've actually got a very strong spiritual connection. And I love my friends from all religions. So, but the basis of all religions is to get us just aligned with our higher power. And sometimes the whole God concept can kind of scare us because some of us grew up with this image of our higher power as this big scary person in sandals. So for a moment, what I'd like you to do is close your eyes and think of somebody or something you just love unconditionally. Do you have a pet that you just somebody you love? So just think, or someone or something. I mean, I sometimes I'll use a pet because it's very easy to love a pet unconditionally because no back talk. So connect to that feeling of unconditional love and bring it into your heart chakra, which is right in the cleavage area. And the heart chakra, when it's really aligned, surprisingly, is kind of green in color. So find the heart chakra is like the size of a baby's beach ball. So it's this baby beach ball inside your chest. Pick any color green and breathe into it and think of this unconditional love. And now send your energy straight up through the top of your head while your eyes are closed and into the universe. And just ask that this energy be joined by the most sacred, beautiful light that's out there. Take a minute, and that light is pure, unconditional love. So feel that energy coming from above and connecting to your energy. It doesn't have to be perfect. Even if you don't think it's working, it's still working. I feel like it's working with you. And now just bring that back into your heart and feel the unconditional love coming down from above. And as you're breathing, think about all the beautiful things that have happened in your life. Think about, just think about nature and the incredible abundance and beauty that surrounds us. And take a moment and just feel grateful for the gift of who you are, because you're very loved by the people around you. I really think your energy is terrific, by higher power. And I think that'll really work for you. How are you feeling now? A little more connected?
Yes, I do.
Good. Cool. I'm very pleased. And I'm just so glad you called. I like your energy so much. And just so you know, there's a couple. Oh, you're welcome. So if you have any questions, just get in touch with me. My name is Peri, like P-E-R-I, like periwinkle. My last name is Lyons, L-Y-O-N-S, like Lyons, but with a Y. And like, why is that her name? And if you have any questions, try this for a few days. You don't have to do it perfectly, but the first thing is just close your eyes, think of somebody or something you love unconditionally. If I'm really grumpy, sometimes I'll use the thing I love unconditionally is this locket my great-grandmother left me. I mean, it can be anything. If it just creates that warm feeling in you. And just breathe into your heart chakra, send your energy up, ask that energy to be met by the most positive, unconditional love, and then bring it down into your heart chakra. So let me know how that works, okay? And you've got a really nice year coming up. So I'm so glad you called.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, be in touch soon. I care. All right, my cherished duckling. Thank you. Okay. Now we've got Connie in Kenyon, Ohio. And I know people from Kenyon. Really nice place. I love people from Ohio. Connie, sadly, was eaten by a giant condor. I hate when that happens. So, I had a client call today and say, as many people are saying during lockdown, that she wanted somebody to call her and say how much she meant to them, which is something we all want. And so I shared with her something that I do when I'm feeling, like I want to be paid attention to. I want somebody to call and tell me I'm pretty without me having to pay them. So what I suggested, which is something that I discovered in the last year or two, which really works, is if you have something that you want somebody else to do for you, do it for somebody else. So, oh, Connie, you're back. You were not eaten by a giant condor. I am very glad. And Kenton. Yes, I knew it was Kenton. Because my friend Marty's from right around there. Hi. So I'm just finishing up. I'm going to be right with you. Thank you so much for coming back. So if you're feeling like you really want somebody to call you and tell you how much they appreciate you, call somebody and tell them how much you appreciate them. I write thank you notes to people once a day, which often confuses them because I'll, pick the addresses randomly off the internet. No, but I'll just write a friend or somebody I've worked with or, somebody I appreciate and just say, hey, just quick thank you for being in my life. You bring a gift nobody else brings, and I'm so grateful. And then after that, without fail, the phone will be ringing with people saying nice things. So try that. Hi, Connie. Thanks for being patient. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you. All right, my dear. I like to connect with people by asking what their birthday is. So do you mind if I ask what your birthday is? You don't have to tell me the year, just the day.
Okay. I just wondering how my future is going to
go. Well, I'll tell you, if you could just tell me the day and date you were born, like on March 18th, I connect with people through their birthdays. So what day were you born?
On July 22nd, 73.
July 20th, you said? Cool.
Are you there?
That's yeah, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now.
Oh, I'm right here. Got a brand new phone. There you go. Can you hear me now? How's that?
Yeah, I can hear you. You was cutting in and out a little bit.
Well, I do that. It's a Pisces thing. Okay, my love. Did you say July 20th?
I'm sorry, excuse me?
I'm just going to forge ahead. So let me get a sense of you. Okay.
Oh, July 22nd, 73.
22nd. Okay, great. So you're flat out Leo. I love Leos. We get a lot of them in this show, and they're just adorable. Do you mind if I ask, are you a brunette? Do you have...
Yes, I am.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I'm getting you right. And you can just say this, you have very pretty eyes. They're slightly tilted up at the corner, like almond shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I gotcha. I can't see Connie, ladies and gentlemen, but I can see her with my heart. Well, you're recovering from a lot, darling. So give yourself some compassion. I feel like the last 6 months has been a bit of a trial for you. But I feel like, yeah. So I'm sorry about that. I'm feeling like things are about to get seriously better. And by September, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, wow, I am so much better off. I think there's a relationship that might have ended a few months ago. And whether this is a friendship or a love relationship, I'm not sure. But and I guess this is when things open up again in a couple of weeks, but you got some new people coming into your life. You have some new friends.
Okay. Yeah.
Also,
actually, I ended up with a promotion at work.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I'm so glad. That's what I was going to say is you're very good at your job, and you're very good. It's funny. You're like, you know how a really good interpreter.
But you got out on me.
I said you're very good at your job. Can you hear me, baby? Okay. What you're really good at, it's like, you know how an interpreter interprets like French to English or Congolese to English. You're really good at interpreting English to English. If somebody is trying to express themselves and they can't quite, you're very good at figuring out what they're trying to say and communicating it back to them. I don't know if that's a gift you're aware of, but it's definitely a gift you have. you also are, you're kind of the person people turn to. And by kind of, I mean totally. Um,
Yeah.
you're very emotionally healthy. It's nice. And people rely on your wisdom and your kindness. Um, I think you have some trust issues because you've been so badly hurt in the past. But
Yes.
when you go back to the workplace, people are going to be glad to see you. And I think because you're a natural leader socially, which is another thing I think you're going to be realizing about yourself this year. So when the workplace opens back up, I think you're going to be the person who like brings in donuts on cupcakes on Friday and organizes like dance breaks for people at work, like because you've been feeling a real need for connection lately, and you're going to reconnect with a lot of people soon. And I think you're going to find you're really appreciated. Also, you have a hobby of some kind that you used to do. You might not have done it for a little while, or you might just have taken it back up. But you could turn this hobby into some kind of hide hustle, side hustle. Did you used to be good at doing something with your hands, like crochet or macrame? Nobody's done macrame since 19. Yeah. That would be a nice thing for you to get back into. You've got a really nice sense of color, and it's a nice way of making little, gifts for people, which is something you used to do a lot. And then you really did get badly hurt, but you're such a kind person. So I think the world needs your kindness and your trust back. And I'm not sure where you are right now in the relationship department, but I think around September, actually it looks like around October 4th, you're either
July, been married almost 2 years.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Congratulations. I think that you guys are going to either take a really nice vacation together or recommit, or because it feels like there was a little bumpy stretch there for a bit, but I don't know. I think you're going to fall in love all over again. And I'm so glad.
Yeah, we worked it out and stuff, and now we're good to go. So he's all behind me all the way with my job and stuff. So
with your dogs, is that?
He's
great.
behind me all the way with my job, my promotion and stuff. So yeah,
that's fantastic. Yeah, he seems like a really good guy to me. And what's nice is I think he used to be a little bit of a playboy, and he's not anymore. But it's always kind of a nice feeling to tame, to be the one who kind of is so cool that the former wild boy kind of feels like, oh yeah, you know what? I don't have to look anymore. I found it. I found her.
Yeah.
And
that's what he said.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, see.
I only have one question though. When I was younger, I always see like premonitions from the future. And when it happened, it's like deja vu all over again. What is that?
It's called being psychic, and welcome to the club. It's actually a lot of fun when you get used to it. It can be a little scary when it first starts appearing. Yeah, you're a gifted psychic. You're a little more of a dream psychic than I am, but you're a gifted psychic.
Yeah.
Nothing to be scared of. What I like to do before I do readings for myself or other people is I just call in some archangels. I call in the Archangel Michael. Whether you're religious or not, the archangels still work. So just if you want to experiment with it, just sit down, call in the Archangel Michael for protection, maybe call in the Archangel Gabriel for messages. And just let yourself relax and ask some positive questions and ask for positive, happy answers. If sometimes at night before you go to sleep, you see like little movies playing out in your eyelids, the inside of your eyelids when you close your eyes, that's totally normal.
Yeah.
Sometimes before I go to sleep, I'll close my eyes and I'll just see sort of people all over the world just kind of, just going about their daily business. And it's nothing rude, but um, it's all a gift from God. It's a good thing. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But it's a gift and you've used it.
It was just something I didn't know how to deal with.
Just the best thing to do is ask for Archangel Michael to come protect you. And, start tapping into that intuition. I used to, when I first sort of realized that was what was going on, I would occasionally I would buy a scratch-off ticket, and I would always win like $10 to $20 because I'd use that as a way of following my intuition. But, it's good. I sometimes check in with my tummy. If I have a decision to make, I'll be like, yes, exactly. You got it. So I'll go down to like my tummy and I'll say, okay, what's my feeling about this? And I'll get an answer. It's great. You can use it at work. You can use it with relationships. The most important thing is to trust yourself. I mean, don't elbow other people aside saying, I know what's best. Send aside. But it's one reason that you've been a little shy about owning your leadership skills, because there's something a little tied to the psychic thing. You're like, is it fair? But the psychic thing, it's a blessing, and it's a gift, and you're going to use it wisely. And just get in touch if you need any help with this. I'm happy to. I'm hoping to put together a class like how to be like the DIY psychic. But you're going to be fine. And congratulations on your second anniversary. And look for another big promotion. I guess what I was getting was around end of September, first part of October. And just use on Friday, there's a full moon and a solstice. So use your gift to just think about a couple of things you want to draw into your life. And take some deep breaths and say, I claim these. These are mine. Thank you. And you'll get them. So I'm so glad you called. I love the people who call into the show. You're all fantastic. Okay, Connie and the rest of my cherished ducklings. Oh, thank you. And come back next to 9 p.m. EST on Moonstruck and Peri, Lyons, New York City celebrity psychic. And thank you, Connie. Thank you, Anna. And we'll see you next week.